Hi, my name is Christian Henderson, and this is my project Escape the Abyss. So, Escape the Abyss is a first person parkour platforming game where the player is tasked with reaching the golden platform at the very top of the abyss. To reach it, you're given various traversal means, such as a grappling hook, uh, wall running, a double jump, and you can pull yourself towards certain objects. So at the very beginning of the level, the game is fairly simple and not very difficult at all. But as you progress and get higher up, the game becomes much more difficult and giving the player more challenge as they progress. So one of my initial problems was with this was originally I was not using a physics-based movement system, which meant I couldn't do a lot of things that I wanted to. Like I wasn't able to get momentum behind swings and stuff. So I had to scrap my initial prototype of the game and restart with a physics-based movement system, which allows me to swing like that. Another problem I had was after I got the wall running and the grappling all working, the player would often clip through objects, and I wasn't sure the exact reason why. And it took me about a week to figure out that the problem was due to me forgetting to remove a box collider on the grappling hook, which allowed the player to phase through certain objects. Another issue I had was a issue where the player would become tethered to an object and they would not be able to release from it. So what happened was the player would click too fast, which would not allow the first tether to release from the object. So to fix this, I added a delay to prevent the player from clicking too quick, which fixes that particular bug. The last major bug that I had to deal with, that I know of at least, was a lighting bug where the game would constantly flicker and flash. And there wasn't a sort of great solution to that. I just kind of played with the lighting of the game until it worked how I desired. So as you can see, now that I'm higher up, the level gets a little harder. Oh, and I just skipped a large section. But once you get to this yellow platform up here, it displays a "you win" message, it displays your time, and it asks you if you'd like to restart by pressing R. And so when you press R, it starts you over at the bottom. In the future, I would like to add more levels. I've had quite a bit of fun building this, so I definitely would like to continue this more in my personal time. And I did cut quite a lot of things. Initially, I was going to have enemies and a health bar and all that, and those ended up being cut because I thought that if you died, you'd end up back at the bottom, and I wasn't sure if that would really be fun to deal with, dying from that. And then I thought, well, I could just make the enemies knock the player back, but again, the result would just be the same, where you end up back at the bottom. So I ended up scrapping that. In the future, I would maybe like to implement that. And I scrapped the tutorial level just because I didn't think I had enough time to make it good. But otherwise, I'm quite happy with what I've done. So thank you for your time.